Winning the city is not supposed to be easy. The powerhouse programs of the New York Catholic League just make it seem that way. You need to have the stars. You need to have the staff. You need to have the experience. But most of all, on that special Sunday every March, the one that everyone in the Catholic League has circled all year round, you need to deliver. Cardinal Hayes went into Sunday's AA Division Championship at St. John's, the defending champions, and a heavy favorite, having beaten Stepinac handily in last year's final, as well as the two most recent meetings this season.
Last couple days we talked about having no fear, being the underdogs coming in. They beat us the last two times, the last one pretty handily.
Stepinac last won the city in 2018, a run that nobody saw coming. The Crusaders suffered heartache in 2019 at Fordham. Then we were all sidelined for the next two seasons. The pain of losing last year and not getting the chance in 2020 or 21 still lingered for Stepinac. Sunday of 2023 for Stepinac would be different. It was evident immediately. In a game loaded with stars, Boogie Fland shined the brightest. The junior five-star recruit got started with an assist. Stepinac was off and running. Hayes delivered their own punches. Ian Jackson, the UNC commit, drilled a three-pointer. But there were indications early that Fland was on a mission. This unbelievable finish was his first field goal. He was on the attack again later in the first, driving and finishing around the Hayes bigs. Fland pulled up and made this rainbow three from behind the arc. And then he made another. Fland took 6 shots in the first quarter. He made all 6. In fact, nobody on Stepinac missed in the first 7 minutes. Jordan Gabriel finished in traffic to extend the lead. Stepinac was playing perfect basketball in the opening frame. Elijah Moore kept pace for Hayes. The Syracuse commit buried the jumper to keep it a 4-point game. But Fland was simply masterful. His third three of the opening quarter falls through the net. And then he was just toying with the defense, changing speeds, hitting jumpers. It was a 15-point opening quarter for the standout guard. Stepinac took a 23-16 lead after one. The tone by Fland had been set.
I told them all week, big-time players need to step up on the big-time stage. You got to take on the challenge. On Friday and Saturday, he was the first guy I practiced both days, and the first guy there today of locked in, and I had a feeling something special was going to happen. Just you get that, and he did it.
Hayes desperately tried to stay afloat. Jaden Williams buries this three off the bench. Josiah Jervis, though, he'd answer for Stepinac. He comes off the bench. He makes his pretty crossover and finish in the lane. Later, an offensive rebound and dish by Fland to Danny Carbuccia in the corner, and he drills the three. Stepinac lead is now at 12. Stepinac's defense was exceptional. Dylan Perry with his terrific block. Ian Jackson, though, can't be held down for long. The basket was part of an 18-point afternoon. But the supporting cast for Stepinac was proving to be the difference. Gabriel finds Benjamin Little for the bucket. Little had 10 points and was named All-Tournament. The fight in Stepinac was just too much, and so was the chemistry. Carbuccia comes up with this steal and feed to Fland for the basket. Stepinac had his biggest lead at 17 points. Elijah Moore carried Hayes back before halftime. He made this coast-to-coast finish, and then later, with the ball in his hands, he would keep it that way. With the entire Syracuse coaching staff on the sideline, he knocked down this long jumper to make it an 8-point game. But the half belonged to Fland. His jaw-dropping ball handling and ability to create was on display, never more so than on this possession. Fland had 22 first-half points, and Stepinac took an 11-point lead into the break, halfway to a city title.
In this game, to win a championship, you need some breaks, you need some luck. And credit to our guys, making shots, locking in early. I thought we had a really good walkthrough before we left this morning. And guys were laser focused, whereas in the past, when you have 14 to 18-year-olds, they could be more kidding, but there was less joking on the bus than games past.
In the third, the tide started to shift in Hayes' way. Adam Njai opened with a corner three. to get the deficit back to single digits. But Stepinac had a response. Jordan Gabriel with a drive, fake, and finish. He had 8 points and 4 rebounds. Hayes dialed it up defensively. A steal and feed from NJ to Jackson. Hayes moved closer. While Fland was the scorer in the first half, he became the distributor in the second. Here, a gorgeous feed to Little kept the Stepinac lead comfortable. Although you can never feel safe when Ian Jackson is on the other side. Here's a play that only Jackson, one of the top prospects in the nation, can make. But Carbuccia was able to match. Playing through an injured shoulder all season long, Carbuccia was at his best in the Final Four. And maybe this play was his finest moment. Elijah Moore got into the action. A rare transition basket for the Cardinals. They were still alive, down 7 late in the third. Little, however, continued to come up big. Another third quarter basket for Stepinac, which seemed to have all the answers. Then later in the quarter, it was Howard Isley connecting on his lone basket, a three-pointer, as Stepinac took a 56-49 lead into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth, the 2 prize prospects for the class of 2024 would decide the city championship. It was Fland's turn first. He dribbles around the entire defense and dazzles the crowd with his finish in traffic. Stepinac up by 9. Then it was Moore, connecting on the triple, leading to the Hayes timeout in a 6-point game. Carbuccia took the pressure off Fland. His lightning-quick first step allows him to get to the basket and finish. 2 minutes later, it was back to Fland. He had 8 points in the fourth quarter, including this drive, basket, and foul. Then came this dagger. While the double team came to try and slow down Fland, he drives and gives the ball up. Fland finds Carbuccia, who drills a three-pointer for the Crusaders. The lead is 7 with under 3 minutes to play. It was a 5-point game with NJ when he finds Tyleik Fields for the basket. Stepinac lead down to 3. Fland was there to lift Stepinac once again. In the final minute, he dances through traffic and hits a floater. He had 30 points, the MVP, and Stepinac had a 6-point lead with 30 seconds left. Moore would respond. A fadeaway jumper, Hayes down by 3. In the final seconds, Hayes had the ball in the hands of Jackson for the tie, but the shot misses. Stepinac secures the rebound and runs out the clock. The Crusaders win the city championship.
But it was great, man, because when that happened, I just felt flashbacks from last year, how that felt, how depressing that was. So as soon as we seen that buzzer go off, we started celebrating. Champions.
Stepinac technically might not be in New York City, but make no mistake, the Crusaders own the city again.
Yeah, just pure joy, excitement. It's hard to win. It's hard to win in March. It's hard to win in this league. There's not many guys or programs that win city championships. It was just a relief for our guys, the highs and lows we went through, and the run that we went on. I kept saying, this is game 30. You got to leave it all out there, and our guys did, and that was just a pure sense of joy and excitement.
2023 champions, a forever title by a team that most had left for dead.